Namaste, my name is Holly Semenoff, and today we are going to be doing the channeling straight from source. And the topic is going to be about remaining centered. What does that mean? How will it affect your everyday life? And we'll just go ahead and move into the channeling and let the information come through. We are here, fully present now, and as we speak through this channel and always ask you to listen to our words, not only through your ears, but also through your heart, feeling what resonates to you and what feels true to you. For this is all about the subject of today's channeling, which is remaining centered. What does this truly mean? If you were to take yourself energetically as an energetic being, there is a center to you. That center is your heart space. And from this heart space, if one is centered, you will allow yourself to receive not only information that is logically given to you, but also to feel what resonates to your heart or your energetic pattern of your spirit, your soul. So as we speak, we always tell you, listen not only to the words, but feel them. Feel what resonates to you, and know that every being on this planet has their own resonance, their own song that they play, and this is why every being is so very different, and this comes out in their personalities. As such, when you listen to the words that we speak, we do not ask you to go to someone else's center to believe them and to listen to what they say about our channel, which is connected because we are all connected. But we ask you to go to your center and listen from your heart space. What do you feel in resonance with when we speak? This resonance is about connecting you to the source of truth beyond just the five sense organs or receiving information from the outside in. When you are centered in the self, as in the higher self, the true self that is centered in your heart space, then you can receive information that truly serves your highest good. And that information is not absolute for every being. What we mean by this is, say there is a certain situation and experience that is happening in the world. We will just do an example of this. There is an earthquake. As there is an earthquake happening, one may feel they get to stay where they are put from their center, and they stay where they are. Another feels that they get to move and to leave the place where they are at and to move to another place where they will be safer. They cannot necessarily explain it because the situation seems the same. It is an earthquake, but the way that they respond is different. This is very important, for it is your response to what is occurring that will be unique and individual to every being. The person who is choosing to stay where they are, if they are truly connected with their center, will then stay where they are. But if they are not connected to their center and they are watching everyone around them and questioning themselves and being like, I should leave, I need to leave, everyone is telling me to leave, they are putting all their faith and trust in someone else's center, and they are not taking the time to get centered within themselves. This center again, being your true self, your higher self, being centered here will give you the information that serves your highest good. And someone else may see that the information that serves their highest good is different from yours. Again, this remaining centered is so that you receive the truth, the vibrational resonance of what serves your highest good in any given situation. Now, saying this, we speak in terms of the spirit, the energy, the higher self, the true self. And in these terms, we are talking about you taking the time to get centered in all of your decisions daily and throughout millennium, time frames, years, months. It doesn't matter what time you put on it. It is that you take the time to get centered before making any decisions. If not, you can make decisions from someone else's center or from what they believe that you need to do. And if you do not trust yourself, it will be very hard to get to your center. We have already channeled about trusting yourself. And if you find you have a very hard time moving to your center to receive guidance and information, we recommend that you listen to the channeling before this for trusting yourself. And it will guide you into how you can trust yourself so that you can move to your center. The importance of being centered is to know that your truth will come. Your intuitive guidance will come from this place, not moving from someone else's truth or from someone else's center. Because no matter how much you love that person, even you trust that person, if it does not resonate or feel good to you, it will not be your truth, your way of experiencing whatever it is you are going through. It is so important that you remain centered in your being in every decision that you make, and know that every moment is anew. What we mean by this is every moment is never the same. So, if you make a decision based off an intuitive guidance or truth that was true for you in a moment that was in the past, then you get to tune into each and every moment newly and ask yourself from your center, what do I get to do? What do I believe? What rings true for me in this moment? Not only mental concepts and thoughts, but what do I actually get to do physically to take action in this world? Giving your power away to someone else by simply trusting exactly everything they say is not necessarily an empowerment. It is disempowering to you, and it will come to a place where then every choice you make will not be your own but someone else's. And again, that may remain true for them, but realize you are not the exact energetic imprint as that other person in this world having this human experience. You choose into individuality. You choose to have a personality. Thus, your energy is different, as in how you're going to express it in the world. We're all connected. We are one. You hear us talk about this. Yet, if you have a human body, in this human experience, you also have an expression of energy that is unique to you, as it is to everyone around you. So, remaining centered in your heart space, in your beingness, your true self, and trusting yourself is key to, in fact, living your purpose, because it lets you channel that energy through your center, not trying to channel someone else's gifts or their beliefs or their truths, but you channeling yours is the gift. This individuality we speak of, again, your personality will come through when you are centered. You are still connected to oneness, yet you are being the expression of your dharma, your life's purpose, in the unique spin of you. In essence, as this individual self connected to the divine and expressing yourself from your center is key. Remember this. And again, what does centered mean? It means centered in your heart space. If you find it difficult to move to your heart space, again, listen to the channeling for trusting yourself and do the work that will allow you to move into your heart space. For the things that will keep you out of your heart space, your center, are feeling you are not good enough, unlovable, unworthy. All of these things will stop you from moving to your center. To move there, you must face these things and ask yourself, why do you feel you're unworthy? And move through whatever healing you get to move through in order to heal that belief so that you know you are worthy. You always have been. And in doing this, to get to your center will be easier. Believe that you are in fact connected to source, to essence, to the universe, to the divine. And whatever is stopping you is something you get to look at and heal and reframe so you can come from your center and trust yourself. For this is key to moving forward in a state where you receive your own guidance and your own truth that will be for your highest good. And recognizing as well on the other side that your highest good is not necessarily another's. This has to do with the judgment of one path compared to another. For this is also within the centering to know that your path is your own. Bless it and be on it. And know that as long as you remain centered, you will receive exactly what you get to receive and know exactly what you get to do. That again will be for your highest good in this life's path's experience. And moving forward from here, recognize that if you truly have an intention of moving from your center, then the world around you will line up to prepare you to learn and to know how to move from your center. For it is all a mirror. And if this is something you truly want to experience, trust that it will come and know your intention is always key. And from here, continue to trust yourself. It lies within you. We are all the teachers, we are all the students, and we'll show up at perfect timing, whether we show up as the teacher or the student. Again, we speak as one, for you, for us, for we, connected. Know your center will be the aspect that will allow the power flow to come in and your intuition to be magnified. And you will watch as the magic unfolds and you will realize everything is connected as you are connected as well. And you have a magnificent piece of your individual expression of the divine here just as much as everyone else. And for now, we bid you farewell. And so what I was kind of seeing just in that channeling, it was very fascinating to watch. Sometimes there's this talk about being the center of the storm, right? In the center of the storm, there's like this absolute stillness. But what's interesting is that can actually be a metaphor and a representation of literally like your energy field and you're centered in your being. But as soon as you move out of your own center, then you get caught up in that tornado, like in that storm. And so recognizing that was saying, hey, you remain centered and you will be clear. And also recognizing also that in that centered place, it does take work. Like, what is my center? And to know your center is to know yourself. So then that takes you really looking at yourself. Like, do you have ideas and feelings of being unworthy? Do you have ideas of being unlovable? These things that would make you feel less than. And having to really look at those. And as you look at those and face those things, then literally reprogramming these ideas and these thoughts that we don't know what's best for us. We don't know how to connect. And from that state though, then we move to someone else's center that's saying, I know, this is my truth, this is my being. And we're like, yeah. But there's going to be some point in that when you're moving away from your center that you literally won't live your purpose, because your purpose is found in your centeredness, in your own heart space, not someone else's. And in that too is feeling. Feel the information you're receiving just as much as you're receiving it from the outside in. Let yourself also receive it from the inside out. What that means is don't just take everything face value. Like, does it resonate? Does it feel true to you? And that was everything I was seeing and feeling in that space. And this is really something that does take the work. You do have to do the work and look at yourself and recognize what are those false beliefs that you can't receive guidance, that you can't receive, this truth or this intuitiveness, what is it that's stopping you from seeing that? Because everyone can, and everyone gets to, because everyone has a piece of the whole puzzle, the whole pie. And the only way that each of us can really show up with our piece is to show up in our centered space. Because from that space, then we can all show up equally in co-creation. And so that's everything I was seeing here. And thank you all for tuning in. And until we meet again, namaste.